So I'm a be real. Uh, I had already recorded this several times as I was playing it. However, I messed up the audio mixing in with the game audio, which effectively meant that my voice was overshadowed by the game audio, partially because the mod pack as you'll see, for the server create Stratus Terra that I was playing on, has a lot of ambient sounds which can be quite loud. Now, to me, they didn't sound that loud, but however, how OBS, which is the thing I'm using to record this, works is it usually it just kind of captures them at the same volume, and so I was stupid and I didn't adjust it to lower the desktop audio, so now I'm just basically kind of voicing over what I've done, and this is probably going to most likely be a bunch of time lapses. But to start, I didn't record at all my journey across the server to find a location, but I found this island. You guys get to name the island. Well, if there's any people who view this video, I don't know. If there's no one who views this video, I guess I just kind of have to I guess I just kind of have to make the name myself, considering I'm starting off with 6 subscribers. Because shout out to the 6 people who subscribed before I even made any YouTube videos. Yeah, so I went to this island, and I mainly just kind of looked around to find a spot. I found a spot for a base. It was this little coastal rock off the coast. And then I decided, I already had a plan in my head, partially because I tried to film this on a single-player world, and it didn't really work out, so I already kind of knew the rough idea of what I was going with. But it was basically the idea of, a hexagonal architecture thing. So that's kind of going to be the base of this building, is this hexagon structure, this wooden oak hexagon structure, and you're going to see as I build up. It would mostly just be gathering oak and spruce, because those were the 2 key items, and then some birch as well, and this is where, because the server is a create affiliated server, I started actually using the saw drills, because those actually cut trees faster than using an axe, so I got that. I also, obviously to find that I needed to find some andesite first, which is key to create, and I actually found one, and I marked it on the map with my mini map. Anyway, after that, so I just kind of cut down trees, and it was, I'm gonna be honest, a couple days IRL, because I have school, so I couldn't do this all in one take. But yeah, so then I finished the first layer, and then I needed to get moss for the second layer. And in order to get moss, I needed bone meal, which wasn't that annoying because I'd gained a lot of saplings. However, I didn't have enough moss, because the moss is meant to basically act as a substitute for dirt, because you see that there's going to be this kind of patio area above where the structure shrinks, if that makes sense. And so what I ended up doing is I ended up getting shears, and then just shearing a bunch of tree leaves in order to get bone meal, because tree leaves are pretty efficient in terms of bone meal by using a composter. And then I started, grinding resources, which I'm sure there'll probably be a time lapse right after this again for the next part. And I built it up. And then the next thing was I needed more bone meal. So again, I used the shear though I think at this point I had some excess bone meal, but I basically just bone mealed some trees to get because I wanted to have these trees growing off the side of it because I thought it would look cool. And then after that, I finally worked on the final piece, which was the roof. Now, I was mining, and I found this. I was originally thinking of Viridium, which is, like, base game create. However, since this has several mods, I found this thing called Potassic while scrolling through. I forgot what directly it's called. It's like just enough items, but not directly like just enough items. And so I ended up collecting a lot of that. In fact, it never seemed to end, and I ended up using some iron axes. It's part of the reason why I have a lot of iron is because I was mining, but also, on my journey to the island, I found a lot of iron via like naturally spawning things, because there's like ships and sea villages and like debris which just has barrels and stuff, and they also have a thing where like every chest can be looted by anyone, if that makes sense. I'll probably show like a explanation of that. So I got a lot of loot from that, and so I was fine on iron, and so I was essentially just kind of going through iron pickaxes, and then I started on the roof using the is probably gonna be like, a little playthrough of that right now. So with some and then while I'm building this roof, or I guess I'm assuming I'm showing a time lapse of the roof. Well, not really a time lapse, more just me placing it down, because unfortunately, I was too stupid to figure out how to add the replay mod to the mod pack. I did not know how to add the replay mod, and so it's mostly just my hands. You're just seeing me hand place everything. And well, to start off with some future plans. I did not end up doing the interior because this is essentially going to be the workshop. What I've been building this episode is going to be the workshop. It's where I'm going to put a lot of my smaller scale farms, and then I'm probably going to build a bridge that connects to the second level of the workshop, the hexagonal workshop, to the main island. So yeah, and then I'll start building heavy industry there, and I'll probably follow the hexagonal idea of architecture that I have going. Finally, I'm probably about finished with the like cone or like roof of the building, and I will be honest, I kind of messed up a bit because the design was hexagonal, and I'm usually used to making cones for circular things, and so it kind of ended up being circular, because technically this wouldn't really be a cone, but more a six-sided pyramid, but it ended up working out, and I'll probably place like a flagpole at the top of it. You're probably also gonna see like finally see after this, me actually speaking while playing the game rather than just a recording. So, yep. Well, you made it to the end of the video. You finally get to see how I record in real time. I'd like to say that usually the video would probably be longer, because I plan to record using real time instead of this awkward time-lapse thing, so the videos probably aren't going to stay at like 10 minutes long. I'd also like to thank Brick Farmer, because she introduced me to CST, and also just got me interested in Create Arrow, which is probably the main reason I'm on the server, honestly. So shout out to that. I'd also like to thank someone who just gave me a diamond sword randomly because I guess they had an access of them. Also, if you're wondering why there's more things in render distance, it's because I traveled to another person's base, which I didn't record because it was kind of off-camera stuff, but that's why there's like these objects in the distance. Also, I didn't really show this, but I put a ring around the roof, which I didn't show on video, but that's there. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.